Take your political correctness and shove it sideways. I want to start off with a little story of me back in the 1970s when I was a kid, when all this political correct stuff first began. It's, you know, the mid-70s, and it's when black people became African Americans, and it's when fags became gay people or homosexuals, and it's when handicapped people became alternately capable, or instead of disabled, alternately abled, and things like that. And so I'm going to tell you a little story about me in the schoolyard. And one of my best friends was, as we identified him at the time, very cruelly, I'm sure, according to some people who are much more PC than I will ever be. This kid was the kid in the wheelchair, and we had great fun. We all played kickball, and one of us would kick for him, and then he'd wheel his chair to first base and whatever. We all played together. We were all kids. We all liked each other, and we all played together. And then one day, a teacher, a special needs teacher, or as we called him, special ed teacher, caught me talking to another kid, and I referred to the kid in the wheelchair. Because, at that time when you're a kid, you don't remember everybody's name, and I'm still bad with names, and, it would be, oh, that kid in the white shirt, or that kid in the blue jeans, or that kid that wears the Vans, or the kid that always wears a baseball cap. He was the kid in the wheelchair. No big deal, nothing, no huge deal to us. It didn't distinguish him as a separate group. But political correctness surely did that for us. Ripped the humanity right out of us and put in tribalism in its place. Let me explain how that happened. Now, a teacher, special ed teacher, or alternate needs teacher, caught me talking to another kid, and I said, oh yeah, the kid in the wheelchair, yeah, we had fun, whatever, And she comes up to me and taps me on the shoulder. No, he's not the kid in the wheelchair. He's the disabled kid. Or the alternately abled child. Gave me one of the political correct terms. And instantly in my mind, this kid who I've been playing with for years became part of a special group that I can't be part of. And it put him in a special category, and none of us really played with him much anymore after that. Because he was in a place that we couldn't go. He was in a group that we couldn't be part of. He had to play with those kids now. The other kids that had something physically wrong with them, or mentally incorrect with them. I still struggle with these terms, because, you go from calling a person a black person, to an African American person, to a Native African person migrated to the United States against his will. Where does this stop? And not only that, the crux of this whole thing, the reason why I'm making this video, is because we've gone too far with it. We've in our ineffable attempt to get rid of stereotypes and racism and slurs of all kinds, we've tribalized everyone. We have the handicapped people, the black people, the Asian people, the Mexican people. We have all these different groups. And I know none of those terms were politically correct. It's because I can't fucking follow it anymore. I don't know what to call who anymore. All I know psychologically is that everybody's in a different group from me. Why is that? That's stupid. That is against the ultimate goal of political correctness, is to unify everyone and to make everyone play together. And all it's done is make us tribalistic idiots that we don't know what to call anyone else. And as an addendum here, political correctness was meant to get rid of bigotry. I think it's done far worse in the other direction. It's created more bigotry. We now have more bigotry because everybody's in their own little special category, their own little special group, and you gotta label them just right. It's beyond stupid. It's beyond stupid. And it needs to go away. It cost me a dear friendship with the kid in the wheelchair, because shortly after that they started giving them a separate lunch hour. They started giving them a separate recess time, so they wouldn't mingle with the other people that weren't classified as they are. And it's just wrong. It's just wrong. The Peach said that that calling someone politically correct or using the term politically correct or whatever is just a veiled attempt to cover your own bigotry. And I would say the exact opposite. Being politically correct shows your tribalism and your bigotry, because you have drunk the Kool-Aid. You want to classify people into 40,000 different sects of people, and that to me is wrong. Bottom line is, when can we get over being politically correct and tribalistic and just start being humans? I am the Redneck Trucker, and I approve this message. All felt very soapboxish.